I don't think the MPC should be just a sketch pad. And I think MPC 3 is really gonna... All right, so I think it's starting to sound a little decent now. Check it out. What's going on, guys? In this video, I am opening up old MPC beats from like 2004 to 2009 that I found on a flash drive. I did a video like that a couple of days ago. It didn't reach a lot of people, but I realized that the people who did like it really appreciated it. I figured I'll do another one. It was a fun project for me, and it seems like you guys enjoy it. So let's do another one. Let's check out another beat that I did, and let's get into it. Okay, so this is where I had issues, and most of the time when I try to open up my old MPC 1000 JJOS 2, I think it was called, I'm having issues with these chop programs. I opened up another beat that I made a video of where the chops were in the right place, but here I feel they even playing the wrong thing. So I'm gonna have to figure that out. So I mean, maybe it takes a little work to get things right, but at least you can open up your stuff, and you may have to move some notes around. I'm not sure yet if I open up a different project than the final one. Maybe this is an old version. Now it's starting to sound a little bit closer to what I remember. So, and this may not be the final version. Maybe that's why it doesn't sound right, but I'm gonna keep moving the notes around a little bit, and hopefully it end up sounding good. The way I made this sample program was a little different from what I normally do, but it's a pretty cool technique. And I think it's easy to forget about different techniques when you just use the easy chop mode like that we have in the MPCs now, where you can just click in your chops and everything. I kind of appreciate the old way of like having individual samples on each pad and just like moving the slice points. Because here, for instance, I had the stuff that I played before, but these right here, I put those here, but I transposed them up, an octave. And there's another section of the original beat, but I haven't been able to find that sequence. So I'm probably gonna replay it. So it's the same pads, an octave up here. And I'm playing something like, something like that, yeah. So, that's another thing I just wanted to say, and that I noticed when I started opening up my old MPC programs, that I put more work and attention into all my chops and how I created the songs. And maybe that's the limitations that everybody's talking about, that you had to think a little bit more with the older MPCs. And yeah, it's interesting. All right, so it's starting to sound a little bit better now, but I wanted to add some EQ, some delay and reverb on the sample, just to, fine tune it a little bit. I'm gonna have to actually mix it later, but I just wanted to do some small touches. So, and I also wanted to be able to filter the sample with a high cut, just to play around with it a little bit. Maybe that could be a part of the verse. Yeah, something like that. So I added that, and I also added just a very, very simple delay and a reverb, just to make the sample sound a little bit smoother and fuller, So I loaded up air delay, and I honestly just took this is what I normally do, and I really do like it in the MPC. Like when I'm just making a beat, I don't want to spend too much time on this stuff. I lose my creative vibe. This is something that I can come back to, but it's funny with the MPC, sometimes I'm just happy with the, first preset. So I used the 8th triple and a feedback of 29, and I turned down the mix just to color the sound a little bit. And then I added a reverb, very small too, and that was the initial preset also, small studio. And yeah, you can see the numbers here. I mean, it's pretty much the default, so no rocket scientist shit here. And it just made the sample sound a little bit better. I don't know if if you guys can hear it that well through here, but this is without. And this is with. There was some really sharp frequencies, so I took that away with the EQ and rounded it off a little bit, and maybe too much. I'm gonna have to see later when I mix it, but right now that's how I felt. And then just like I said, a little bit of reverb, a little bit of delay, not really so you can hear it. I know I had some variations too. It's very possible that I saved that in another arrangement, so I got to look for that. But it went something like this. Yeah, now I've reached a point that I usually reach when I'm making beats in the MPC, especially if I'm in standalone. Today, I'm actually in controller mode, but when I work on the MPC, like I've said in other videos, I usually don't get further than this because it gets annoying with the sequences and mixing, and it just feels tedious, and it's much better to just export it into Logic and just finish the arrangement and everything there, maybe add some extra instruments and stuff. But I like to, I like the MPC, so I'm gonna be really happy when MPC 3 drops, and hopefully I like it. Hopefully I like finishing beats in MPC 3. Well, I don't think the MPC should be just a sketch pad, and I think MPC 3 is really gonna make it more complete, an easier complete workstation. It's already an amazing workstation. It's just that for beginners and people who are not used to the MPC, it can be very frustrating and hard to wrap your head around. And for me, I don't want it to be too complicated when I'm in the creative zone. Like I mentioned in other videos too, the MPC 1000 was really the MPC that I really had a muscle memory and knew how to do everything. I hope with MPC 3 that's gonna be my new favorite, and that I'm actually gonna finish stuff in the MPC in standalone. I'm actually warming up a little bit to having it in controller mode. You can kind of like tuck it away, even close it, and only open it up when you really need to, if it's something that's too annoying to fix in the hardware. If you learn all the buttons and you learn how to control it from the touchscreen and everything, you can kind of like, put your computer away. So yeah, waiting for MPC 3, excited. Hopefully I would finish this beat in MPC 3 if I had it. I like these drums that I have, but when I was messing around with the chops, I feel like I played it with a different swing, and that sounded dope too. So I'm definitely gonna try a different version. I just like to try different things, and see. Sometimes it can even turn out to different beats with the same sample. you guys have any questions, ideas, thoughts about the stuff that I'm talking about in my videos, please let me know in the comment. And I love getting your point of view on different things too, so keep that going. All right, guys, that's it for this time. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot.